This week, we'll be considering the topic of applying organizational design as it relates to human service organizations. Our learning objectives this week include number one, having a basic understanding of organizational theories. We'll take a look at the bureaucratic model, the scientific model, and the human resources model. You'll get to see how these approaches can affect human service organizations. As you read through the content, which may get a bit technical at times, just consider how these types of organizational strategies influence the effectiveness of a human service organization. We hear oftentimes about how human service agencies are bogged down by bureaucracy. Just think about how these theories will apply, and in some cases, how they can even hinder the progress of a human service organization. Secondly, you'll be able to relate organizational theory to human services in the 21st century. Many of the theories that we're learning about were developed a number of years ago, and many of those systems may actually be outdated given the demands and the challenges of today's world. Think about agencies that you've been involved in and how their organizational strategies and even their organizational design might be a bit outdated given the modern challenges that they face today. Number three, you'll be identifying the dimensions of organizational design. And lastly, be able to review and understand organizational charts and program design within human services. This week we'll be reading chapters 4 and 5. Again, we'll be applying organizational design. There are a couple of lectures that I'd like for you to take a look at. The first summarizes the organizational theories, and the second one actually looks at the concept of empowerment, which is the topic of your graded discussion board activity this week. This video clip, or at least the lecture, talks about a look at self-management, which is a different organizational design than we've heard of, but it incorporates some of the modern strategies and theoretical perspectives in its organization. You'll do the Chapter 4 quiz, the Chapter 5 quiz, the graded discussion board, which asks how essential is empowerment in an organization, and also this week you'll do your progress reports. The progress reports this past week were excellent. I appreciate you keeping me up to date, even if it's just to say you've made efforts to reach out to your teammates but have been unsuccessful. That gives me sort of a barometer to know where you're at and what assistance I can provide in moving you forward in your group projects. I would encourage each of you to reach out to your teammates as soon as possible. A few suggestions for agency plan teams. You may want to just consider texting one another by sharing phone numbers. It seems that that's the most efficient way to communicate nowadays. You also may want to schedule a session to meet with me, or at least one of your teammates can be designated to meet with me directly through video conferencing. I would encourage you to do this and at least decide on some basic ideas about your project within this next week. Believe it or not, we're already in week 3, and it won't be long before the course moves to the closing stages. So be sure and start communicating with your teammates so that you don't get too far behind. If you are having any difficulties, please contact me immediately to resolve any concerns and to get you back on track and moving forward in the course. You can contact me by email at martinezg@lindsay.edu. You can contact me by cell phone at 606-875-1719. You can also contact me through Google Hangouts conferencing by appointment, or through Zoom video conferencing, also by appointment. Again, please reach out to your teammates on your agency plans. Take advantage of the group discussion board area that I've set up for each team, and that's the easiest way to communicate with one another. But also share contact information so that you all can work effectively as a team. Again, welcome to week 3, and I look forward to your active participation this week. Thank you, and have a great week.